入りません。あ、うまー。オッケー。絶対ちっちゃすぎた。これだな。ちょっと待って、きたな。
Don't slip.
Yeah.
You slip, it'll be disaster.
Okay. Where's Dom?
Where's Dom?
Yours. やりますよ。
Alright. After the radio.
苦しくありませんか？めっちゃ短くミディアム？
Medium, please.
今ミディアムです。
So I think medium, then one bit will go Mechimijikaku and then the whole thing will have to be Mechimijikaku. Yeah?
もう一回言って。
Like, you do one side and back, medium, and then one side Mechimijikaku. And then you can like, oh no, don't even. でしょ? No, 全部Mechimijikaku. ね。
No morning. If you want, you have to go to.
はい、すいません、すいません。失礼だった。
ね。
ね。
It was Kiki D. Roots was the song. But listen, you're doing brilliantly. Only one question
How's it
wrong.
going, honey?
Still two more questions.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 1 point.
It was really long,
I'll
wasn't
be
it?
loving you
Yeah.
forever.
My hair was
Cover
really long.
girl. Step by step. Tonight.
What about the small ones?
いや、その
And we will play your joker so that can
気を
get
つけ
you
てねって何が？
The money.
which legendary
マ
Irish
ニメイク
The money maker. Careful around the money
in the
maker.
first two Harry Potter films and had a surprise hit.
貝にしようかな。もうちょっとしようかな。Do I need meat? Steak?